Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. JACALYN. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. JACALYN at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world joining us. We're so happy to have you here at USA Global TV and Radio. I'm the president, founder, and chief listening officer here at our network. And today's show is Authentic Achievements. And the creative genius behind this program is KIM-ADELE Randall. Let's welcome her. She joins us from London, and we'll bring out our guest shortly thereafter. Hello, KIM-ADELE.
Hi, Dr. JACALYN. How are you?
I'm super fantastic today. Thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm really good too. I still love that chief listening officer. Not only does it really suit you, I really think more people should have one in their organization.
Thank you so much. You know how passionate I am about listening at an elevated level, and I know you're passionate about that as well in your work. So for people joining us for the first time, tell us about what KIM-ADELE represents and what you're passionate about.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm passionate about helping people to achieve their dreams. And a large part of that is working with owners who find themselves in a place where they're stuck working in their business, not working on their business. There's a terrifying statistic that in America, 80% of businesses exit poor because the business can't survive without the owner in it. And that's really where I come in and help to create an organization that it allows you to work on it, not in it, so that you create a legacy. And a lot of that was around building the book. So the book Authentic Achievements is about building brave belief, unstoppable sales, and turning leaders into talent magnets. And as part of that, it was about sharing those stories, sharing the journeys that people have been on, so that we can learn and be inspired to achieve our own goals, which is where we came up with the idea for the show. And I'm so grateful to you, Dr. JACALYN, for allowing us to be part of this platform and share other people's journeys to their authentic achievement.
Thank you so much, KIM-ADELE. It's my pleasure. We always have such great conversations here, especially when we have a guest with us like we have today. You know, all over the world, people are concerned and worried about gas prices, about energy. And apparently there's energy that is available and free for us to take advantage of. And we're going to learn more about that today. We have someone by the name of Tom Paladino joining us from Florida, and he's a Scalar Energy researcher. Have you ever heard of this before?
Never. Well, sorry, I tell a fib. I heard of it when Tom first booked on the show, and I've been fascinated ever since to learn more, because it just sounds so interesting, doesn't it? And you're right. You know, people are extremely worried at the moment about energy. So the more we can learn about how we can improve that, the better.
Absolutely. Let's bring him out without further ado. Welcome to the program, Tom.
Hi, ladies. Doctor.
Hi. Nice to have you with us.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
It's a very hot topic, and you're bringing a perspective that may be new to many of us. So I'm really excited to hear how you got involved in this area and why you're passionate about it.
I'm passionate about it because I think scalar energy, the technology, can change the world for the better. It's a method, if you will, of capturing star energy, sun energy, and then channeling that energy to the betterment of mankind. So we're going to speak about scalar energy as the next technology that will serve to really improve the lifestyle of people around the world.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And as you know, here in this country, and it may be different in the UK, where KIM-ADELE is, or many of our team members are scattered across the world, there's a lot of politics involved when it comes to energy. And there's a lot of people just butting heads and making judgments when it comes to energy. What are your thoughts about the fact that we haven't embraced scalar energy to the degree that we could?
To the detriment of everybody. The man who initially started scalar energy research was Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla. Many people recognize that name. Tesla developed towers that would capture sun energy, star energy, and that would transmit this energy, free energy from what? The cosmos. Now, we have to move from the paradigm of the existing electromagnetic paradigm into this new energy, which is far superior, scalar energy. And it will take some time. It's a transition, but keep in mind, I work with scalar energy instruments. This is free energy from the sun and the stars. This offers free energy, obviously, to power our homes eventually. Meaning what? We are going to be able to solve the energy crisis.
Thank you, Tom. Kim-ADELE?
Sorry, I was fascinated. Why do people know so little about it?
It's suppressed, Kim. It's suppressed. It's so good. It's free energy without any equivocation. It's free energy from the sun and the stars. There were a few researchers who were able to tap into that free energy and to demonstrate that scalar energy can power a motor, can illuminate a light bulb, can actually operate a car. And I'll go over those examples as we speak. But if you will, the powers that be are so intimidated by this free, clean energy from the sun and the stars, it's suppressed.
Well, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So I was just going to say, so it's amazing if you think, the amount of interest and concern and energy that is put into talking about energy at the moment. You'd think that, more people would want to learn about it and to uncover it. Particularly, you just shared some high level that there's been scientists that have tapped into this and proven it. So there is proof of this.
Yes, exactly. It's been proven many times. Sadly, those scientists have died, and very little of their work remains. So we have to resurrect their work, their inventions, and reinvent what they invented over 100 years ago. Very sad, but we're in the process of doing that.
Tom, thank you. What has this journey been like for you personally, as a business person, as a researcher, in terms of the feedback that you're getting from people in your circle? Absolutely incredible. And this is a people movement. Let me make this very clear. This is a grassroots movement. What I envision from the beginning, and we see that playing out today, is a grassroots movement. People want to improve the world. I cannot readily say that about some governments, some multinational corporations, and other entities, other organizations. Well, what am I getting at? If this technology is so advantageous, why aren't we using it? Well, there's no money to be made at it. Or if there is, it's not the type of money that you would make with the scarcity model that we have in place. So moving forward, I predict this will continue to be a grassroots movement. I continue to predict that various governments and multinational corporations will not work with me. Actually, they'll work against me on account of the fact that they're trying to protect the status quo. So they see you as a competitor then?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And while the energy is free, to channel the energy must take some type of equipment, or yes. And does. What are the fees involved, or types of costs with that?
Well, I've developed scalar energy instruments that, again, capture this free energy of the cosmos. And presently I'm working to use this in quantum health, and I'll explain that. The instruments are able to work with people around the world through a force field. Now, keep in mind, this is an electricity, so let me explain. People email me their photograph. This is my photograph. I would actually take a photograph and place it inside the instrument. A scalar energy instrument looks at the quantum field, the force field on a photograph, and then changes that force field. Everything is done by way of energy, by way of force fields. So put that into notion. This scalar energy instrument that I have developed will access a person's force field through their photograph, or the photographs of many people, all through this realm, this quantum realm, all by way of energy generation through the scalar realm.
Okay. I'm just just processing.
Yeah, here's an analogy. When you speak to somebody on a cell phone, that person is not in a cell phone. It's their voice that's been modulated. When I work with people around the world, obviously a person is not in my instrument. It's their energy field that's in their instrument. So if a voice can be modulated, okay, by way of a signal, or we are now speaking by way of video, obviously you're not in my computer. I'm not in your computer. It's our image. So if a video can transmit if you will, an image of a person, then I likewise work with images of people, photographs. And in the quantum realm, we are immediately able to capture the energy on a photograph. So imagine if our computers were scalar energy computers, we could work with people remotely by way of a computer.
Wow. So what do you work with people on? So what do your clients come to you for?
I've calibrated these instruments so I can send instructions now, once again, in the quantum field, what we call the scalar energy force field. I can create nutrients. I can create a vitamin, a mineral, an antioxidant. Or I have an instrument that works in reverse that will break down the molecular bonds of, say, a toxin or a bacterium or a fungus. Now, I've been able to demonstrate that with people around the world. People email me their photographs, and I can create micronutrients, or I can disassemble, I can eradicate toxins, harmful chemicals, germs, pathogens. And we have a great track record demonstrating this free energy, working through this paradigm, this scalar energy paradigm, through quantum fields, through energy fields.
Tom, this is fascinating. I'm wondering, does it matter when the photograph was taken? In other words, maybe someone was really ill at the time, this particular one, maybe they were really healthy at another time.
That's a brilliant question. And the answer is no. Scalar energy is always in the present moment. Now, what do I mean by that? Scalar energy is outside of time. So when we're working with this dimension, a quantum dimension, everything is in the present moment. There is no past, there is no future. So regardless of the age of the photograph, this photograph is 2 years of age probably, but it nevertheless reports my present condition at this moment while we're recording this interview. So scalar energy is always in the present moment. It is the I am of God.
Thank you. So just to clarify, so if I had a picture of me as a baby, right, versus a 59-year-old woman, it wouldn't make a difference.
Correct. Okay. Because scalar energy is always in the present moment. Now, what does that mean? Scalar energy is outside of time. This energy is timeless. It's perpetual energy. It's perpetual time. Once we work in this matrix, in this paradigm of scalar energy, we're no longer subject to time and space, which is why I can work with a photograph of a person. Anybody in the world can send me a photograph, and I can capture their energy field, which is outside of time and space. I frequently work with people in India. We've been working with people in India who are HIV positive, and we're having great results. Well, by the way, I've never been to India, but the instrument, if you will, this paradigm, scalar energy, is everywhere, and the instrument can access the force field of people in India.
Sorry, Kim, I could keep going. I don't want to cut you off.
Yes, I'm just fascinated. So is your instrument based on kind of like the workings of the previous scientists? And we talked about the fact that over 100 years ago and things. Is it kind of replicating some of what they did? Would that be fair?
Yes, that's accurate. Nikola Tesla, I've studied Tesla, another inventor by the name of Thomas More, and another American, Galen Hieronymus. These are the masters of scalar energy. All of these men were able to produce and demonstrate scalar energy in operation. For instance, Tesla had a scalar energy car in which he took out the engine, the gasoline engine, the combustion engine, and he was operating his car with sun energy, star energy. He had a free energy car that would maneuver, and he was able to operate this car with free energy from the cosmos. Galen Hieronymus was able to eradicate, if you will, pathogens from farm animals, from trees, by way of his instruments. Thomas More was able to illuminate light bulbs by way of his instrument, all with free energy from the sun and the stars. So we have to realize the atmosphere, this world, or anywhere in the universe for that matter, is filled with scalar energy. Scalar energy is an unlimited source of energy. All you have to do is tap into it.
And Tom, let's say the sun is out and you use your instrument. Are you able to take a certain amount of energy and bottle it, so to speak, so that when it's dark out and the sun's not out, I guess it's out somewhere, but how does that work?
Yeah, this is not like solar power that you're using with electromagnetic energy. Scalar energy is omnipresent, and it doesn't matter what time of the day or what season, whether you're in winter or summer, it doesn't matter. Scalar energy floods the universe. So it's not electricity. So what am I getting at? No matter where we are in the world or in the universe for that matter, you can tap into this free energy. It's everywhere. And we can power the universe with scalar energy. Why? Well, the stars are using scalar energy, and the stars power the universe. So what do I propose? That we imitate the stars. And in so doing, we can have a miniature star that can power the world.
And do you envision this as it gets accepted and embraced, where we each have our own instrument?
I don't think that's necessary, nor do I think that's feasible. What I would suggest is a company, some type of company that would distribute this free energy. There would be a marginal cost, but it's safe, it's efficient. A pennies on the dollar as compared to nuclear power or wind power or fossil fuels. So we'll address that as time goes on. But my main thrust right now is to introduce this to mankind, or to reintroduce this. Nikola Tesla tried to introduce this. The world did not pay attention.
Sorry, Kim, go ahead.
So how did you find out about it in the first place?
God gave me the inspiration and the wisdom, and I followed in the footsteps of the masters, Tesla, More, Hieronymus, and I in many ways back engineered their work. And today I have a miniature star. In my laboratory, I have a miniature star in which I'm providing quantum health by way of photographs. So in other words, I can illuminate a person. In the future, I want to expand this operation so I can illuminate a home. I can illuminate a factory. So I'm starting small. I'm starting with people at a grassroots level. And eventually, I want to graduate into power generation, where we can indeed power the world.
When a potential client contacts you, can you walk us through what that process looks like from the initial engagement to the outcome?
Sure. In order to introduce this to the world, we offer free sessions on our website. And in so doing, we ask people to read the material on the website, and then if they're inclined, to email us their photograph. And we provide 15 days of free energy, quantum energy, to their force field, in which will eradicate microbes, germs. We will balance their chakras. We will assemble nutrients for them. And we allow people to experience those 15 days, no obligation. And then people decide if they feel better. People will make the decision if this is if this has been efficacious, if there's some merit to my work.
And how will you monetize it in the interim, in the short term?
I have to work with a grassroots effort, and on the website, there is a retail division. If you want to pay on a monthly basis, that's how we're going to monetize this. And that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. I don't accept money from government or big business, because there's many governments and many businesses that I don't trust. So if I keep this with the people, if this is a grassroots movement, then we will prosper. And I will not be beholden to anybody except God.
Is it possible that this could be embraced sooner if you were working outside of the U.S.?
No, and I'll tell you why. It's a grassroots movement. It's a global grassroots movement. Do I anticipate people around the world to continue to support us? They do. Let me be very blunt. Without people, this would not work. I would be an obscure scientist. You would never hear from me. The fact that the people are supporting me, it's working and will continue to work. So regardless of my location, it works because there's good people everywhere. So it's a people movement. It's all grassroots.
Yes, yes. And people are good, and people are open to hearing about new things. At least I know that I am, KIM-ADELE is. So thank you for sharing it here.
It's fascinating because I think, like you say, if it wasn't for people supporting you, then we probably would never have heard of you. And those people must be supporting you because they're seeing the benefit of being illuminated in the way that you do. So, and you've already shared that you're able to support people anywhere they are in the globe. So it doesn't have to be somewhere that you've been because it's omnipresent. So what is there an ideal customer for you? Is there somebody who you're like, these are the perfect people that I know that I can really help quickly and add value to their lives?
Very good question. My main goal is to work with everybody in the world. My goal is eventually to be able to work with 1 billion people a year by way of their photograph, 1 billion people a year. And moving forward, many people cannot afford scalar energy sessions, or there's poverty around the world. So what I envision is just a fraction of the people is paying clients. And then the rest, I want to treat the people around the world for free, especially those people who are destitute, marginalized. So there's really no ideal client. My goal is simply to work with everybody in the world. And these instruments, today in my laboratory, for instance, I'm working with 500,000 people by way of their photograph today. I receive collages from around the world. So it's a numbers game moving forward. And eventually we'll treat 1 million people a day, then 2 million people a day. My goal is to heal the world by way of quantum energy. It's not a biological process. My goal is to heal the world. So as billions of photographs come in, we'll treat them. And we will need the support, the resources, the monies from some type of grassroots movement that wants to heal the world, that is of this ilk, and that would join our forces and then produce this global healing. Now, keep in mind, this is not difficult. The research has already been done. What I need to do is start working with millions of people a day by collages. So I don't worry about money. I leave all that up to God behind me.
Amen to that. I agree. So do we contact you while we're healthy before we get a diagnosis, or do we contact you as soon as the doctor says, hey, this and that is wrong with you?
Everything is up to the person. I would suggest that people try the 15-day trial, whether you're in sound health or in poor health. Why? Well, everybody needs nutrients. Everybody could benefit from the creation of nutrients. Everybody has germs, viruses, bacteria. Why not get rid of your viruses and bacteria before they lead to medical complication? So as a new science, I don't profess that I want to diagnose people. And diagnosis is possible, but I don't get into that. I simply tell people, sign up for the 15-day free session, experience this. You need a hands-on experience. And then moving forward, you decide if you feel better. You decide what benefits you've derived.
I love that. Sorry.
Go ahead.
You mentioned earlier that you can also work with collages of people, and you showed on the back, I think, of the picture of yourself. So could, for example, an entire team of people send you a collage? Could an organization send you a team shot and experience this across an organization? Is that how it works?
Yeah, we're starting to work with clinics around the world.
Mm-hmm.
In practice, we're working with an HIV/AIDS clinic in Delhi, India, Om Prakash. And we've worked with over 1,000 people who are HIV positive at Om Prakash. And those who have gone as far as to have a follow-up test, a PCR test, a polymerase chain reaction test, all of those test results now are negative. There's no viral load for HIV. So if you will, this clinic in Delhi, India is the first clinic that will allow us to work with their participants, their patients, and provide this quantum healing. And the results are stellar thus far. People are claiming, it's not my claim, people are claiming that they feel better and that their test results show no viral load.
And Tom, so if I get diagnosed with something, I have to take medication every day or get injections or whatever it is this a similar thing where you need the energy on a regular basis?
Not necessarily. Some people will sign up for a month, they'll pay for a month, and then they'll take a hiatus for 2 or 3 months. If they feel that they need some more scalar energy down the road, 2 or 3 months down the road, they'll sign up for another month, which is what I like. I don't want any coercion. I don't want people to be forced into this. We have short sessions, 30-day sessions. There's no long-term commitment. And this is how we introduce this energy to the world, at least in this capacity of quantum healing. Again, there's another chapter down the road in which I want to use quantum energy to power the world. Well, now I'm using it for quantum healing.
Yeah. So I'm just fascinated. It's trying to absorb it all. Having never heard of it before, and it sounds like there's some amazing results. And I guess for anybody undecided, so because it is new, the free trial is a great way to help them decide, isn't it? They can have a no commitment try and see
exactly
for themselves if it
exactly
feel like it adds any value, any benefit, if they feel any different, or if they don't. I guess you're putting your trust in the results, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Well spoken. So that's the key. It is a new and emerging science. I don't expect people to quite understand it. It's taking me years to understand this. So I have to prove this. How do I prove it? Through grassroots, by people saying, yes, this is of merit. If you look at our website, we have probably 4,000 testimonies from people around the world. And most of those testimonies are favorable. Well, that tells the story. The proof is in the pudding.
Mm-hmm. And how many other scalar energy researchers and scientists are there in the world?
This is how I would define a bona fide scalar energy researcher: somebody who has created an instrument that controls the energy. If you're an electrician, then you have to have some type of working model that controls electricity, okay? How many people have a bona fide scalar energy instrument? I only know of one in Germany, a professor. Other than that, I've not met anybody with a scalar energy instrument.
And would there be any benefit to you and that person teaming together?
Yes, there would. It's his name is Mel. He's in Germany, and I don't know if he has time really to interface with me. Would I like to meet him someday? Sure. But I'm not opposed to that. I'm not trying to make this sound elitist, but it's very difficult to develop these instruments. They're not electrical instruments. You have to have a really profound understanding of how this energy works to create an instrument, a scalar energy instrument. So sadly, there's too few researchers out there. I'm trying to garner support from people around the world. But to be quite blunt about it, how many people want to spend 30, 40 years studying scalar energy without a paycheck? It's a new science. It hasn't been proven according to academia. So there is no job here, ladies. There's no paycheck.
You're a pioneer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Can you walk us through what happens during those 15 days when we sign up on your website?
Yeah. I actually take a person's photograph and I actually place it inside the scalar energy instrument. And then there's different functions. There's different ways you can manipulate scalar energy. Again, as I mentioned, one way is you can actually create a vitamin. How do I do that? Well, let me explain. When I want to create any type of micronutrient, I actually introduce a photograph. This is vitamin E. I actually introduce a photograph of vitamin E into the instrument. Now, remember, this is a light process. This is not a biological process. So the instrument looks at the light code of vitamin E and then will reproduce that in my quantum body. So I have photographs of micronutrients that serve as the informational download or the informational input to recreate that molecular structure inside of me. So this is what I do all day long. I have probably 40, 50 scalar energy instruments, and they operate around the clock. And I am constantly downloading, so to speak, or imparting this energy into people by way of their quantum field. It's not a biological process.
So for each one person, so for each one photo that's coming in, how long is that in the instrument?
The 15-day sessions that I'm offering to your audience, for 1 hour a day, we will balance the chakras. And another hour a day, we will eradicate microbes, viruses, bacteria. And then the remaining 22 hours a day, we assemble nutrients. So it's a 24-hour program. You're under the constant influence of scalar energy. And when you're being treated 24 hours a day with scalar energy, you feel it. If you're sensitive, you will understand what's happening. You'll see the changes in your terrain.
And are we interacting with you or anyone on your team during this 24-hour period?
You can ask questions. We have a policy where we send out daily emails and we explain the process, and then we let people just if you will, take it in. If people have questions, we'll answer those questions on a daily basis. So the key is to experience this. As a new science, we have to have people experience the energy.
And how would you say your experience in terms of how you're feeling in your body?
I've been on Scalar for 35 years. I feel great. I don't have medical complications. I'm 62 years of age. I feel very healthy, energetic. It's helped me tremendously.
When you think about longevity and the fact that people are living longer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't have health issues, this would be something that I would think that people would in longevity industry would embrace.
Yes. You're absolutely right. I have many people who are convinced that it works, and they sign up for a year-long program, a 12-month program, because it benefits their health. They feel better, so they make that investment. When you're working with energy's light is fundamental. And when you have that fundamental control over nature, you can command nature. I want to make that very clear. These instruments have a command over nature. When I say I can create a nutrient, I mean that by this incredible energy, the incredible intelligence, scalar energy. When I say I can break apart a virus, I mean that quite literally. Scalar energy allows me to have control over a microbe, a germ. So you put all of that together. This is quantum health. It's a new chapter in science. It's not Newtonian physics. It's quantum physics. We have a lot to learn about this. But what I've proven thus far, and I'm all about results, what I've proven, it works.
Tom, is it possible for you to get funding from Kickstarter or some of these other avenues?
I welcome anybody. If anybody's sincere, doctor, you send them my way. I welcome anybody. I'll work with anybody. They have to be honest and sincere.
There you have it. Wow. It's really fascinating.
Thank you. It is. It's a new chapter of science. Whatever we've achieved with electricity is fine. But scalar energy is free energy. There's no health consequences. There's no carbon footprint. It's an unlimited source of energy from the stars. It will solve the energy crisis. We won't go to war anymore over oil.
If you think about it, the stars have been there for who knows how many years, and they continue to shine bright. It's like they have an endless abundance of energy.
That's why? Because they're powered by scalar energy. Mm-hmm. If you look at the universe, why don't the stars burn out? They're powered by scalar energy.
Yeah. Makes sense. We need people to meet with you, and I guess the way you're doing it, I just feel badly that you're not getting a paycheck, because it seems like you have put your heart and soul into this, and you deserve to be compensated.
That's kind of you. Maybe that will come in the future. But again, it's all about results. If people around the world see results, then yes, they'll join our team, so to speak. It's a grassroots movement. I have to prove this. I want to prove this. I'm all about results.
So you have this wonderful opportunity. Tell us again about what it is for our audience.
Okay. Anybody in the world can email us. Remember, we only work with your quantum field. Email us your photograph. And for 15 days, we will balance your chakras, we'll eradicate microbes and toxins, and we'll assemble nutrients at the cellular level. And in so doing, you'll feel better. The greater majority of people say that they feel better. It's free. There's no obligation. You don't have to provide any personal information. Scalarlight.com. Visit the website. Prove to yourself that there's merit to quantum healing.
And Tom, I just want to clarify, we can email our pictures, or we have to mail them?
Email. Only email. Snail mail's too cumbersome. So now that we have this technology, I receive emails every day from around the world, from Europe, from Latin America, Canada, United States. Email us your photo. The instructions are on our homepage, and you'll see at the very top the 15-day free trial.
Thank you for that. And I just want to add, if you think about the modalities that are available for people, Reiki, for example, there's all types of energy work that we can't necessarily see, but people feel better. So this is another opportunity for people to feel better and take this step for your longevity.
Exactly. Energy is king of the universe. Let me make this very clear. Energy is the fundament of the universe. It's a first principle. Energy, light, is the cause of phenomena. So when we work with scalar energy, so to speak, we're in the driver's seat. We have the ability to command, to control nature. Energies, specifically scalar energies, is the way to go moving forward.
Thank you very much. Tom, as we get ready to close out this show, I'm just going to ask Kim, do you have a final comment? And then I'll go to Tom.
No, sorry, totally fascinating though. And you're right, the stars are always there. And I think people should just suspend their skepticism and give it a try, and then decide, like you said, Dr. JACALYN, there's so many energy things that are there that we can't see, but people can get benefit from them. So why not give it a try?
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm going to go over to the website myself. So I'll look forward to sending you my photograph. And who doesn't want to feel better?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Tom, over to you for last words, whatever you'd like our audience to take away from today.
Today's a productive conversation, and I want the world to be productive, happy. So if we see problems in the world, there are problems, I can guarantee you that scalar technology can solve some of those problems. So why don't we look to this new technology as a gift from God to solve our problems?
Thank you so much. And thanks for coming on our show today. We'd love to have you back on this or any of our other shows to help you continue to get the message out.
Please help me. Let's heal the world. I want to work with 1 billion people a year. Help me. Thank you. Yes,
please do come back. All right. And the website, again, for those who are on the radio or they can't read the banner, it's www.scalarlight.com. 15 days of free scalar light sessions available on the homepage. Thank you so much, Tom, for being here. And we look forward to having you back again in the future.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you. Bye for now. Fascinating, Kim.
Yeah, really fascinating. You just think of having never ever heard anything about it. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? But I'm definitely going to go and check it out, because I think with anything new, before you decide, you should try it, shouldn't you? You should give it a go. And as he said, the proof is in the pudding. So maybe that will help it cement in a little bit more.
Exactly. Our role here at this channel is to educate people. So if there's something available that people have an opportunity to embrace, here it is. So please do go over to the website, each and every person, whether you're watching or listening on the live or the replay, and find out for yourselves. Let's help Tom prove that this is viable.
Absolutely. And please forgive me, because my little person is hovering somewhere around right here.
You want to, Scarlett, are you there? Let's meet Scarlett.
Say hello. No, come and say hello now you've come this far. Come on, you're okay. It's only Mummy. Come to Mummy. It is on record, but you'll be okay. Come and sit on my knee. Come and sit on my knee.
Oh, look at her. How beautiful. Oh my gosh. Hi, Scarlett.
I'm you're going to say hello. This is Mummy's friend, Dr. JACALYN. And
Hi.
this is all of our listeners and watchers. Are you going to say hello to them?
Hello.
It's beautiful. We've heard so much about you, Scarlett. Can you tell us a little bit about how you helped your mom with your room with the wallpaper?
Do you remember when we decorated the kitchen?
We decorated the kitchen. I holded the bottom and Mummy holded the top, and then I went to get some scissors and I chopped the end off, and then Mummy put this special thing that goes on it, and then we put it onto the wall.
We did, didn't we? Yeah.
Yay. That's fabulous. How do you like working with your mommy? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Are we a team? Yeah.
You're beautiful, both of you.
Thank you, my darling. Do you want to go and play? It doesn't matter about you've accidentally dirtied your dress. You can put it in the washing machine, okay? That's okay. Just go and put it in the washing machine. Mummy will sort it, okay?
Bye for now, Scarlett. Thank you so much, KIM-ADELE, for having her on this show. She's precious.
Oh, thank you. I was just conscious. I hate anybody to think I'm not listening, and I was very conscious I could hear her just about here. I was thinking, I know I'm distracted and that's so rude. So I wanted to just explain why I might have appeared slightly distracted. But thank you for, she's back.
Well, KIM-ADELE, hi. I'm going to spotlight the two of you. And if you want to share how people can get in touch with you and who you'd like to contact you, that would be great.
Of course, thank you. So yeah, if you're looking for support in your business on ensuring how you can work on it, not in it, then please do get in touch. Or if you want to come and share with us your story, your journey, if you've got something you would like to educate the world with, we would love to be able to showcase what you're learning to help other people to see if they can find a path through to their authentic achievement.
Thank you so much. I think we have a little actress here today.
We say never work with animals or children. So I have my little one here, and underneath the desk we've got my dog, and we're also dog sitting for my mum's dog, which is my dog's brother. So we've got two 11-month-old puppies.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of chaos in my house, so forgive me for any lack of professionalism. But I guess it's his life, isn't it?
It is beautiful. It's authentic and beautiful. Scarlett, anything you'd like to say to the people watching or listening before we end the show?
Do you want to say
Have a nice weekend.
Okay, thank you. You have a nice weekend too. We'll look forward to seeing you on a future show.
Absolutely. In a way, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Scarlett. Bye, KIM-ADELE.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye. How precious. Thank you so much for watching or listening. We're really happy to have you here. And I just want to review the rest of the day. The shows that we have coming up right after this is The Power of Etiquette and Manners. We have a special show with Philip Sykes. It's going to be English afternoon tea time. What do we need to know in terms of etiquette and manners? And then following that, we will have the United Kitchens, the Listening Mentor, Loving Longevity, and Presenting Pet Psychic Amina. Some of our shows around 11 to 1 have been moved because I'm teaching the Power of Listening course. So Please do connect with us over on our YouTube channel, which is USA Global TV. If you'd like to be a guest on any of our shows, please go over to our website, which is usaglobaltv.com. If you'd like to learn how to listen at an elevated level, please do go over to thinkific.com. I'll put the actual address for you to sign up for our courses and become certified as an elevated listener. Thanks so much for now. I'll be back momentarily with Philip Sykes and the power of etiquette and manners. Thank you.